Hey everyone, Sorting Our Rocks is here. Just gotta get a little serious on you for now. I haven't been this serious since I did the one for Roger Ebert. But this video was actually supposed to be about me getting a Facebook page. That's out the window now. Not because of this situation, but because I don't think I'm going to go ahead with the Facebook page. I tried to get it all set up and everything, but it didn't work out. I might reactivate it, and I'll let people know whether I have a Facebook up or not. But what I want to talk about is just Robin Williams, and the sad thing really is he will be missed. That's basically all I want to say. He will be missed. The guy was a treasure, man. He really was. Me, as a 90s kid and as a reviewer and everything, I've seen a lot of his movies. I've seen a lot of his good movies. Good Will Hunting, Good Morning Vietnam, Aladdin, of course. I've seen some of his not so good movies, or even ones that are not so good I like, such as Flubber and what's the other one? Hook. Hook. That was my movie. Hook was my movie. One of the good ones, I consider one of the good ones. I really liked it was Mrs. Doubtfire. And my mother would tell you, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire, God, I was like obsessed with that movie for a little bit. I used to watch it all the time because it came out in like 1993. By the time it was released, I was 2 going on 3. And at the time, I didn't know it was Robin Williams. You know, I didn't know it was the same guy who would do Aladdin. And, or should I say the Genie in Aladdin? I didn't know it was the same guy. So, you know, as a kid, I was like, oh, you know, I really like Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, I've already seen Aladdin at this time, and I'm just like, wait a second. You know, I try to put the voices together. I actually end up researching it, or I think my mother told me, yeah. And she was like, yeah, you know, it's the same guy. I was like, well, what? It's Robin Williams? She's like, yeah, it's Robin Williams. And that's when I first got the introduction to him. And ever since back then in the 90s, I was like, okay, you know, I got to see more movies with this guy. And I did. And, you know, I saw Hook, Good Will Hunting, and stuff like that. And I'm actually rewatching a lot of his stuff now because he passed away yesterday. And the movies, they still hold up. They still hold up really well. Of course, Robin Williams is just electrifying. So charismatic in his roles. He really is he's just fun to watch. Okay, even in the bad ones, like I said, like Flubber and stuff like that, he's still an interesting guy. He always plays like an interesting person. And the only film I didn't like from him was Patch Adams. I thought that was actually pretty boring. And even then, he still managed to make me laugh. Even in the bad movies, he seemed to get like a joke in there, and it's really funny. There's a couple other movies, which names I can't remember, which I saw him in, but I've seen a lot of movies with him in it, and really disappointed that he's gone. Oh, I also love the Night of the Museum movies too. You know, I always thought they was pretty interesting. I just enjoy them. They're nice movies. They're happy movies. They make me happy. And seeing him in there as Roosevelt was just fantastic. I was like, oh, look, Robin Williams. He was also in The Butler as well. I forgot which president he played, but he was in The Butler too. And of course, just seeing him in the scene is just great. The man he can do comedy, he can do drama, anything. And you do get these comedians where they try to transfer over to movies and stuff like that, come from stand-up comic. And a lot of them, even though they might have like 1 or 2 good movies or even a few good movies, they never usually keep up. They mostly fall off the scene, even for a long while, even if they decide to come back. But with Robin Williams, man, he just kept going and going, which is good. And even if he was doing little cameos there, or if he appeared on TV once again, he was still you know, doing the acting, and he was doing it well. The man can do drama, he can do comedy, he can do pretty much anything, and he can do voice work really well. He was great with these voices, and it's a real shame. It's a real shame that he's gone, man. You know, like I said, as a '90s kid and as a critic, as an internet critic, you know, it's really sad to see him go, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I was really looking forward to Mrs. Doubtfire too. I freaking loved that movie when I was a kid, and I would never get to see it now. And even if they would decide to go forward with the movie, it's most likely I won't like it. You cannot replace Robin Williams. You can try, but you cannot. No one can fill the man's shoes, and he's gone. He's gone. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to end it here. I don't want this to drag on for too long, but I'm going to miss him, man. I really am. That's like a part of my childhood that's gone right there. And we just lost Philip Seymour Hoffman not long ago, so I'm just going to say a little something about him. He was also a great actor. He will be missed as well. And both actors, awesome. Really going to miss these guys, and really going to miss you, Robin Williams. I'm sorry you had to go through all the depression stuff, man, it's a serious thing. I personally never had any problem with as far as depression and stuff like that. As far as especially getting that bad to the point where, you know, you feel like you need to take your own life, and that's serious. That's serious. That's something that really needs to be addressed, and people that's going through that should talk to somebody. And I'm sure he had. Maybe if he talked more or something to people, but he would never show it. He always seems like, you know, an energetic guy. You know, he's always there. He was always trying to make you laugh and stuff like that. I was just on his Facebook yesterday when I was trying to make my own, and I was seeing all the pictures and everything, and he seems like he was pretty happy. He might have been giving off some fake smiles in his pictures, if you noticed them, but for the most part, he seemed to be happy about working on the set of different movies and things like that, or doing TV stuff, and you wouldn't expect something like this from Robin Williams as far as the apparent suicide, or I guess that's what they're ruling with now, suicide. It still doesn't make it any less sad, any less tragic. It's a shame to lose him. It really is. I know eventually we're all going to die, but alright, I'm getting really sad with this one. Okay, so alright guys, I will see you in my next video. I'm gonna have some more reviews. I just wanted to say a little bit about Robin Williams, and I'm glad I live in an era where I got to experience his great acting performances. Doesn't matter which movie it is. Okay, even Jack, even the movie Jack. Well, alright guys, take care. See you in the next video.